Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new to my channel, I want to say welcome. And for those of you that are a part of my Fab Wining family, welcome back. My name is Crystal and you're watching Fashion, Beauty, and Wine. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my experience with Fashion Nova and Missguided, and I'm going to be telling you all why I plan to never shop there again. So if you all want to get some insight, y'all want to see what I'm talking about, stick around and watch the rest of the video. So before we get started, I wanted to explain to you all the reason why I decided to do this video. Now, I've been going back and forth on whether or not I should do this video because, I mean, this is going to be a bashing video. Like, let's be honest. I'm going to be bashing these companies, and it's not that I'm bashing them because I want to. It's because I have gotten so frustrated with how horrible these companies have gotten. I was treated so badly by these companies that I am just deciding that, yes, I'm going to do this video. I'm going to let you all know what to expect when you're shopping at these companies. And so it is what it is. I shopped at Missguided for a long time. I probably have been a customer of Missguided for about 5 or 6 years. I started shopping at Missguided back in the day when you would spend $100 and they would do the 2-day international shipping. And one of the reasons why I shopped at the company was because they had excellent shipping. The clothes were affordable. You could always find a deal on the website, and the quality of the clothes were actually pretty nice for the amount of money that you paid for them. I started shopping at Missguided and I had a great run of experiences with them up until recently. This past holiday season, there were a couple of things that I wanted to buy on the website. And so I decided that during Black Friday, I would go and get those pieces that I wanted because maybe they had sales or whatever. Well, turns out whatever sales they had before Black Friday was the same sales that they had during Black Friday. So there was really no sales and there was really no need for you to shop on Black Friday. But nevertheless, everyone was under the assumption, including myself, that there would be special deals on Black Friday, which there wasn't. Now, I placed an order, and after I placed the order, I received an email from them basically stating that, you know, it's gonna take like 2 to 3 days to process the order. They had record-breaking sales and that, you know, they would get to my order as soon as possible. Didn't offer me anything, just basically let me know, you know, after I placed the order that it would take an extra 2 to 3 days processing. It's like, whatever, that's fine. I'll chuck it up as a loss. 2 days after that, I received an email basically stating that I had been refunded because one of the items that I wanted was not available. So I was just like, whatever, they refunded me the money, not a big deal. At least I have one of the dresses on the way. Fast forward like maybe 14 days, maybe 10 business days later, I have still yet to receive my dress. At this time, I go to their website, I check my emails, thinking maybe they had sent me something stating that I would have to wait longer or there was a delay or maybe they didn't have the dress in stock. Checked my emails, didn't get another email from them. And so I went on their website to get a number to call customer service. First red flag that I noticed was that they didn't have a customer service number. They only had 2 ways of contacting them, and that was through direct message on Facebook and direct message on Twitter. I attempted to contact them on Twitter and Facebook because it was still before Christmas, and I was like, okay, as long as they get to me before Christmas, I'm not really worried about it. Sent them an email on Twitter, sent them an email on Facebook, and in the past, whenever I would send them a message, they would usually respond to me within like a couple of hours. I ended up getting an automated message basically saying, okay, we're gonna respond to you. We typically respond within 24 hours. I said, okay. The next day, didn't get a response from them. And then the next day, I sent them another message on through Facebook, basically letting them know that I had written to them. They haven't responded back. What was going on with the order? Didn't get a response from them for another 2 days. So at this point, I'm like, okay, so they're just ignoring me. They have my money. They haven't shipped my dress. I don't have tracking information. I don't have anything. What's going on? So at this point in time, a bit frustrated. I'm just like, okay, if you're not gonna respond to me through direct message, I'm gonna start posting this stuff on your walls. When I go to check their Facebook page as well as their Twitter page, I notice that they are updating posts. So that was like the second red flag, because I'm like, if you're updating posts, you surely got that message that I sent to you. The 2, the 3, the 4 that I had sent to you. So I wasn't understanding why I was not being responded to. Anyhow, I went on their Facebook page. I started reading tons and tons of bad messages, basically people complaining, exposing them for the filth that they had given to their customers. I saw so many comments, which I will post here for you all to see. I mean, there were people basically talking about how on Black Friday they had made things unavailable, and then after Black Friday things had become available. And so I wanted to see, so I ended up going to their website, and sure enough, the very popular blazer dress that I wanted, that I would have gotten for 40% off, happened to magically reappear back on their website, and it was there for the regular price, and I couldn't believe it. Not only that, some people were basically complaining about orders that they had placed during Halloween time and they still hadn't got their stuff. So I was like, oh my God. So if these people are waiting since October, there ain't no damn way in hell that I'm gonna get my dress. Like, it's over for me. I might as well dispute it, or I might as well just contact them. And so I just decided, okay, I'm gonna give them some time, and then if they don't respond to me, I'm just gonna dispute it. I started reading that some people had been notified, basically saying that they would be given refunds, and it had been 15, 16 days since they even received a refund. And so, you know, I didn't kind of worry too much about that, because they did give me a refund for my item. So I was just like, well, maybe those people will get their refunds, and they haven't gotten it because they're so busy. And then I started seeing people talking about, I placed an order for overnight delivery, and now it's 2 weeks later and I haven't received my order. So when I tell you there was so much stuff that people were complaining about, I was like, okay, at that point in time, I was like, I'm not giving them another chance. So I literally started writing on every single last one of their posts. Like, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? It got to the point where they started deleting and spamming me, which I did not like. I did not appreciate. So I said, you know, since they're gonna delete my messages, since they're gonna spam, and they're gonna continue to post on their page and just blatantly ignore the thousands of complaints that they're getting, then I'm just gonna call my credit card company. They can have the dress, and I'm gonna dispute it. So I ended up calling PayPal. They were like, don't worry about it. We're gonna give you your money back. And since they didn't provide any tracking information to us, yeah, you're not responsible for it. So I ended up finally getting a response from them. And at this time, PayPal just said, you know, don't even respond back to them. You know, if you haven't received your stuff, if they're not responding to you, then we're just gonna give you your money back. So then they started responding to me, and they were just like, oh, here's the tracking information. Finally send me the tracking information. Apparently the dress was just sitting in limbo. Like, the dress hadn't moved. Like, I guess they had shipped it off, but the dress was just sitting in customs or whatever. And then, like, they were just like, oh, the dress, you should receive the dress soon, and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm just like, okay, well, if I receive the dress, then I'm just gonna close the dispute. They were like, oh, you should receive the dress the next day. So the next day came, never received the dress. In their system, it was saying that the dress was delivered when the dress wasn't delivered. And so they sent me a message like, hey, you know, we understand you paid for shipping. We're gonna refund that back to you. And I hope you're enjoying your dress because it says it was delivered today. And I'm checking, like, there was no dress delivered. I started even going back through some of their Facebook feed, and I saw that some people were complaining about the very same thing. Basically, Missguided was saying that the packages had been delivered when people were not even receiving packages. So I was just like, yeah, that's really shicey. And the fact that they had given me that same line, basically saying that the order was delivered or whatever, and that they would refund me for shipping, I was like, I'm over it. I've had it. I didn't close the dispute. I got my money back. And that was the last time that I said that I would spend my money with Fashion Nova. So after that, I was just like, keep your dress. If it comes, you know, you guys better, you know, have it sent back to sender, because I'm not dealing with it. With that being said, that leads me to Fashion Nova. This past holiday season was my first time shopping at Fashion Nova, and after just going on their website and seeing that they have such pretty things, I was like, you know what? I can grab a couple of things to feature on my YouTube channel. I'm looking at the prices. I know that the clothes are not gonna be the best quality. If I'm planning to just show off the clothes to you all or wear it once or twice, then it should be fine. After placing the order, I get a response basically saying, due to overwhelming amounts of orders, again, you know, it's gonna take 7 business days for it to process. You will receive it after 2 business days of shipping. First of all, in order for a company to know that you're gonna have to wait 7 to 10 business days, is because it's happening to them. For them to send that email right away basically saying wait, they should have had it somewhere on their website listed like, oh, it's gonna take 7 business days to process, so that I can know whether or not I want to place that order. And I found it kind of shady with these companies that after you place the order, they would then send you a disclosure when they should have updated their website to show that it would take 7 days to process. Because if I had known that it would take, again, 7 days to process, I wouldn't have done it. So anyway, because of the troubles that you have to endure, we're gonna give you a 30% off code, and we're gonna give you free shipping on your next orders for the next 30 days up until December 31st. So I was like, okay, well, at least, you know, I can use a 30% off all month, and then I can get free shipping no matter how big or small the order is. And so I knew that there were more items on the website that I liked. So I ended up placing another order a day after that, and then another order 2 or 3 days after that. So all in all, I had placed maybe, I think like 3 or 4 orders. I can't remember, because I know I placed a lot of orders, and I ended up using the code as well as the free shipping. Because I had placed so many orders, I ended up honestly forgetting about a couple of them. The first couple of orders came when they were supposed to. The only thing that I was just kind of disappointed about is the fact that the clothes were really, really, really poor quality. The clothes just did not fit. Like, I bought a jumpsuit. The jumpsuit was too short. It was too revealing. A lot of the clothes, once I tried them on, did not look like the pictures. And so, you know, I was kind of disappointed with that. I ended up returning a bunch of stuff, and to my knowledge, I found out that they don't offer refunds. They only offer credits. So now, after having this bad taste in my mouth that the clothes were not what I expected them to be, I now had to go back onto their website and try to figure out more items to buy. In addition to that, not to mention I had to pay like $14, $15 to ship it back to them. The last order that I placed took extremely long to process. They told me it would take 7 days. It ended up taking 9 days to process, which I was super upset about. And because I hadn't asked them what was going on with my order, I felt like they took advantage of me. I ended up sending them an email basically asking them where my order was. I ended up getting an automated response basically saying that it would take them 24 to 48 hours to respond back to you. This website too was another one that didn't have a phone number listed. All they had was a support email that you could contact, which at the end of the day, it was a little bit better than contacting them through social media. So I ended up sending them an email, and after reading the automated response, I am going to contact PayPal and just cancel the order, file a dispute, and get my money back. While I was doing that, I happened to look up the tracking information for the return orders that I had sent, and I had noticed that Fashion Nova decided that they were not going to accept it, that they were going to send it back to me for whatever reason. I really don't know, but I was livid at this point. I'm like, not only did I pay $14, but you guys were going to ship it back to me, but some kind of way the post office ended up shipping it back to them. They were literally refusing my order, my return, so that they didn't have to give me a credit or whatever. So that was extremely frustrating. Fast forward, I call PayPal and I'm telling them the situation. PayPal was like, don't worry, they did not update any tracking information, so by default, you're gonna win that. Now, after I filed that dispute with them, they sent me an email right away, basically like, oh, here's the tracking number, which I was like, that's very strange. Like, they didn't answer my question. They responded back to that email basically with a reply, even though I had told them to cancel the order, that it had been 9 days and that I no longer wanted it because the order, I was expecting it to be to me before Christmas and it didn't even come in time. So at this time I was kind of over it. After I received the email, I responded back to them right away, basically like, you guys really didn't listen to the last email that I sent you. I want you all to cancel the order. I am not interested. And then they sent me a reply basically saying, oh, the order, it's on its way, and please let us know how you feel about the order once it comes. I hope that you'll enjoy your purchase and all of this BS. Basically just not even responding, just sending me some generic response. Literally like 3 days later, the mailman come, and I'm waiting for the mailman because I'm just like, I'm not gonna accept this order. They're gonna take this order back and I am going to get my money back. I'm not interested in the credit. I'm not interested in anything but my money because you guys didn't keep your promise. I'm not gonna follow your rules. Come up off my money, give me my money back at this point in time. So the mail lady came and I was just like, send it back. Send that package back. I don't want it. I'm refusing it. As soon as she put in the system that I had refused it, I received an email from Fashion Nova basically stating that I had refused it. The next day I received another email from them basically saying, oh, we had the wrong address. We're gonna ship your order to the correct address, which was the same address that they stated was the wrong address. So they ended up shipping it back to my address. 3 days later, I ended up getting a notification stating that the package had been delivered. Now, mind you, I was out of town this time. So I was just like, you know, I wasn't there to sign for it. I wasn't there to refuse it. I wasn't there to do anything. They basically just left the package on the front. And still to this day, it is sitting out there. The package is sitting out on the front. I called PayPal and I let them know of the situation. They've basically had the package reshipped even though I refused it. And since I wasn't there to refuse it for a second time, it's sitting in front of my doorstep. What do I do? At this point in time, they were like, well, it seems like they've updated the shipping information. The representative was just like, I'm gonna, you know, check to see what's going on and then I'll let you know what you should do. So at this point, she's like, she checks everything. She sees that they are fighting me on this order and they're not willing to give up. The order ended up going to the back end of PayPal, and as of right now, they're reviewing the order. But when I tell you that the woman got back on the phone and she was like, well, you're gonna have to ship it back to them because technically it's in your possession and you're responsible for the order. I was like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. You guys are not gonna throw this on me. First of all, I'm not in town. Second of all, you have in your system that I refused the order, but yet Fashion Nova is claiming that they sent it to the wrong address, but then they resent it to the same address which they considered the wrong address. So no, I'm not gonna deal with it. So at this point in time, I'm just waiting to hear whether or not the case was filed on behalf of me or Fashion Nova. If it was filed on behalf of Fashion Nova, which I will update you all. The thing that mostly upsets me about these companies is that they will pay these influencers, they will pay celebrities, and they will ship to them overnight, and they will ship to them nice clothes. And these influencers, these beauty influencers, will basically talk about how great this brand is, even though so many people are basically stating on their pages how horrible of a company they are, yet these influencers will still stick behind them and recommend that you all spend your money there. I'm here today because I want you all to know the problems that I've had with these companies. I want you all to think twice when you decide to spend your money with these companies and understand that, there's a reason why, they don't have the best reviews, and do a little bit of research on these companies before you decide to spend your money with them, and not just only rely on these influencers, because a lot of these influencers, especially when the videos are sponsored or they're getting free clothes, they're going to speak on behalf of that company, and they don't have your best interest in mind. Speaking from experience, from your point of view as a consumer, as a customer, they did not treat me well, and some of the stuff that they pulled on me, I can only imagine that it gets worse as you ask customer after customer after customer after customer. So I hope that you're able to take something out of this video, and that before you place an order with them, that you just think about it. If you don't care about quality, customer service, long ship times, then I would say that these companies are the right companies for you. If I happen to wear something that is Fashion Nova or Missguided, I will no longer be putting it in the description box or advertising. So if you see something that I'm wearing and I don't give the description, just please understand and know that it may be from Missguided or Fashion Nova, which I no longer, after this video, intend to talk about them anymore. There honestly are tons of companies out there that you can support, that you can spend your money, that will appreciate you a little bit more, a little bit better than places like Fashion Nova and Missguided. You have Akira, AQAQ, Lulus.com, Ragstock is another company. So there's many companies out there that you can spend your money with that will treat you better, that will give you great options, that will just cherish you more as a customer. Fortunately, I will not be shopping at these stores. I hope I was able to shed some light on my experiences that will give you sort of like a jumping off point whether or not you want to spend your money with them. Now, I hope you all found this video interesting, entertaining, informative. If you have, don't forget to press that thumbs up button. I am on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, all under keywords fashion, beauty, and wine. In the spirit of Crystal T, I wish you all nothing but peace, love, fashion, beauty, and wine. Bye-bye.